everyone, Teeny here for Papertrey Ink. I hope your day is going great. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to make a postage card, a postage Christmas card. Super cute. I'm using the Papertrey Ink's North Pole Mail stamp set. This is a 6x8 stamp set. I do have the coordinating die set we're going to be using to cut out our images, and then I'm also going to create a background with the North Pole Mail postage stamp frame die set. I believe this one sold out, but if it has, just click that notify me button, and then when they restock it, Papertrey will shoot you an email letting you know that it's back in stock. Okay, so let's jump in and start by doing some stamping. We're going to start by using some pure poppy ink, and I have that postage stripe image that's in our stamp set. It has a distressed look to it. I just love it. Okay, we're going to use pure poppy ink and go over that. Give that a good press. Okay, now rather than clean my stamp off and remove this, I'm just going to take my paper. I'm going to flip it around. I used my grip mat as a guide on where to reposition it so I could just stamp it one more time on the bottom. Just makes things a little bit easier. Wonderful. Okay. Next we're going to take Kindly Delivered to Santa, and we're going to stamp this here. And then for this top corner, I'm going to stamp He's Making a List and Checking It Twice up here in this corner, almost like it's a return address. While we're at it, I'm also going to take the handle, the Just For You handmade, and I'm going to stamp it a little bit at an angle. For all of these, for these three images, I'm going to be using my True Black ink. So we'll just go over all of these. Wonderful. So this panel is done. Now we're going to do a little bit more stamping. Now we're going to stamp Santa. I'm using my Classic Craft ink for Santa. Next, we're going to stamp our postage stamp, and I'm just going to use black ink for this. For the postage mark, I'm going to be using my olive twist. And lastly, we're going to take this seal. I'm going to stamp the Christmas seal with New Leaf ink. I'll go ahead and die cut out my images here. And then while I'm die cutting, I'm also going to take my North Pole Mail and a piece of Sweet Blush cardstock, and I'm going to cut out a postage frame here. Once I have everything die cut out, we're going to go ahead and add our elements to our postcard here. I'm going to use some foam squares. First we add our stamp, then we're going to add our postage seal. Then we'll add a few foam squares to Santa. And then we will add we'll add this little Christmas tree still. We're going to just tuck this seal underneath Santa here. And that's all there is to it. I'm going to take this panel and add some foam tape behind it. I'm going to put this to the side before we adhere it. And I'm going to wrap some ribbon around here. I have some Papertrey ink. This is True Black Gingham ribbon. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it around my card here. And I'm going to tie a bow all the way to the left here. Okay, so we have our ribbon. Now I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to add some adhesive behind here, and we're going to tack it down to the front of our card base. Once we have this adhered, we're going to take our postcard and we're going to add it. Just so some of that postage edge is peeking out. And I'm going to trim this a little more. So cute. I'm going to go in with a green marker and I'm going to color in the greenery here. Next I'm going to bring in some gems and we're going to add it. We're going to add a few gems right in the center here for a little extra color. And lastly, just to give this a little extra vintage vibe, I'm going to bring in some of my Papertrey ink buttons. I don't want that big of a button, maybe a little one here. And then I'm going to take some of Papertrey Ink's Natural Twine. I just love this twine, and I love that it's on a wooden spool. But I'm going to trim down a piece, and I'm going to double up and tie a bow. I'm going to take a glue dot and I want to add it to my gingham bow, and then I'm going to take my twine and attach this. Wonderful. And I'm going to keep the tails of my twine a little bit on the longer side. I kind of like the way that looks, kind of flowing over, adding to the vintage look. I'm going to take a glue dot and put it behind my button here, and then I'll just place it in the center. Maybe a red button would look good. Let me see if I have a red button. I'm thinking I like the little red heart button better. Kind of goes with the red border. I think that's going to work out great. I used this button pack from Papertrey Ink. It has a rainbow of buttons. If I can find it, I'll list it below or something similar. Okay, that will finish off my card for today. Fun vintage style postage edge card. Plenty of room on the inside for a message. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.